So, one of the things I wanted to talk about, one of the things that I knew you could do. First of all, I just wanted to say once again, look at this beautiful, gorgeous game. I mean, the graphics are just fantastic, and you get into the game a lot of times where you get in these little villages, and it just looks awesome, you know. It's, but one of the things I wanted to show you, which is a fun little thing, is this. If you walk up, back up, to, you put your back up to against a wall, and well, we got to actually, here, we'll do it here, and just walk back up, you'll go and lean into this animation where you're leaning against the wall, which is pretty neat. And let's do this somewhere where it looks a little bit nicer. And you can create like an away signboard. And it's something that I used to do in the game when I was stepping away from the computer, you know. And what is this? Look at this. It's that's what people make the black ghost, the ghost to look out, the black spirit. You know, that's what they make it out to look like. Someone created a little model in the game. That's pretty funny. Anyways, so like here, we could go up to this thing and just walk back up against it. You'll go into this animation where you lean up against it. Now check this out. You can go observe mode or you can go create signboard. Observe mode is something that you do to, sometimes you'll have quests where you'll actually have to go into observe mode, and it allows you to move around, to actually look. And it's something that you'll use for certain quests. It'll actually tell you to do this and go into observe mode. So don't be surprised, you know, if that doesn't happen in a quest. So, but the other thing you do is create a signboard, F5. Then you have to hit your control key, get your mouse cursor up, and you have to click on the scroll. And there you go. You can create a signboard, and now you can let other people know in the game that you're actually away from your computer and you're eating dinner and you'll be right back. So this is something, it's a really cool little option that a lot of people don't know about. I mean, people who played Black Desert when it first came out like I did do, but people who come into the game later on might not know about this kind of neat little feature. And you can just push forward to move away. I just think it's a cool little feature that I thought I'd share with you guys. I'm going to, now that I took just like a little 5-minute break. Luckily, there's a town really close to this area where I can kill some mobs. So I'm going to grind some mobs to request and see if we can maybe upgrade our gear a little bit. Excuse me. And we're going to try to upgrade our gear just with a ring, maybe. I'd like to get to 56 just to see what happens. Because I'm curious about the awakening weapons and how you get them. I've never been 56 before. I've never even been 55 before. Come on. Cat. Cat's like at my feet. Hey, what's up, Cyril? I'm trying to get. I want to try to get through this quest and kill these 500 wandering rogues so I can get this ring. Hopefully, this is. I think this is an upgraded ring for me, so. You've been browsing all the news about the upcoming games announced at the yeah. There really aren't. I mean, besides Pantheon and Crimson Desert, I haven't seen too many games I'm super interested in. One thing I notice is that when I get the higher level I get, the more players I'm starting to see in the world. Yeah, I like New World. I played in the alpha of New World, and I actually really enjoyed it. I mean, it doesn't have... It's a different type of game. It's more about, like, kind of crafting and building up your forts and attacking other people's forts, I guess. But they really didn't have the evil, you know, the bad, like, monsters in the game yet. You know, the non-player character enemies. As far as, like, when I played it, they didn't. And they're supposed to be, like, zombies type people that can attack your bases in New World, and I haven't seen that yet, so that'll be interesting to see if they've implemented that yet. ARPGs, you mean action RPGs? Yeah, I like MMO. I like multiplayer games. I have a hard time playing single player games because I get bored. Because it's just, you know, even though when I play multiplayer games, a lot of times I end up playing like right now, like a lot of solo. But that's just because I'm learning the game and trying to remember all the stuff. But you know, eventually I will definitely will be wanting to play with other people, of course. So you said only 4 players though. Yeah, I don't know. Stellia Online. From what I've seen, it doesn't really look any better. It certainly doesn't look better than Black Desert. It kind of, I don't know. It didn't look very good, to be honest. I watched quite a few videos on the Stellia. Wasn't really impressed. Oh shit, I don't know what happened there, but I was completely stun locked. Oh, there's a violent one in there. There's an elite, that's why. I was like, damn. I'm still not impressed with Pantheon the way it looks right now. They have a long ways to go if they really want to impress me with the game. Yeah, I mean, you can try it, right? You're just bored. Yeah, I know what you mean. I played a lot of MMOs that, I mean, I played Bless Online, which I knew was going to be a total crappy game, but I still played it because I just was hoping, I was hoping something would be, you're just looking for something new that's fun, you know? Right now, the game that looks the best to me is really Crimson Desert, but Pantheon really just doesn't. It looks okay. I'm not gonna say it looks horrible. It just the combat's so lackluster. It's just really plain Jane tab targeting, and I don't know. I could see where just doing the quests and the holy the quadrinity, with all the CC and stuff would just become very kind of repetitive. I can just imagine doing these big, long, like, raids and dungeons and people wiping over and over again and yelling and screaming, "You screwed up, you missed your CC," and I can just see the crying and all the bullshit that's going to go with that type of system, you know? Yeah, Kristen does is probably a couple years out. They say it's going to be released in the East, in 2020. But usually that means if they are planning right away on a Western release, that it takes a couple years to do to make all the regional changes. How many have I got? I'm just trying to get to 500, and then I'm probably going to go to bed. I got 334. Well, let me see if I can get to a safe spot. It's hard to read the chat when I'm in constant combat. Silurian, I'm trying. Give me a second. Hopefully I can get to a safe spot here. All right. Yeah, I don't mind tab targeting if it's got impactful looking abilities. We'll see. But I think that tab targeting only is kind of a waste. I mean, even just implementing something like a Guild Wars 2 combat system would just be so much better than tab targeting. You know what I mean? And I don't like AoE. I mean, AoE in this game is just the way it is. But last time I could really think of that had heavy CC was. Well, I mean, World of Warcraft's had CC. Like when you played Burning Crusade and you had to run and do the 5-man dungeons. I mean, if you weren't using your CC, you were going to probably experience a pretty good amount of wipes. So CC was really useful in the Burning Crusade. But in Pantheon, you're going to have to do CC, or you're definitely going to be dying. You know what I mean? Pantheon could be good. I mean, don't get me wrong. Pantheon could be really good, but I still think there's quite a ways to go with really implementing some better looking combat and really updating some of the animations and the textures. The combat animations and the particle effects are pretty poor right now, and it's not something that has to be updated. But I certainly would hope that they would try to clean that stuff up and make it look a little nicer. Oh, falling asleep. Huh. Yeah, I know what you mean. I mean, I think it'll be fun. I don't know. I mean, the perception system's going to be interesting. That's not going to be an easy thing to really implement in a good way. We'll see how they do it. I mean, I know what they're trying to do. Hopefully, they can pull it off. All right, 95 more mobs, and then I got to log because I'm literally falling asleep at the keyboard here. No, I'm falling asleep. I'm definitely falling asleep. You're surprised that they're trying to bring Critica back? Yeah, I was a little surprised too. That game wasn't very. I didn't think it was that great. Although I guess a lot of people liked it, right? almost there. 40, just 13 more mobs. Come on, move, come on. Move, girl. Damn, she was like totally stunned. There it is. Receive reward. So yeah, they give you these quests actually to actually get pretty decent gear. Oh, and I got the upgrade too, which is nice. So come on. Sometimes they just get you locked into like multiple stuns. It's kind of crazy. Alright. That's it. Let's get out of here. Doo-doo. Yeah, no idea. You don't know what kill your switch code to the other sections. Yeah, Critica, like... Yeah, I thought Critica was pretty bad. I played it for like a day and said, oh, or maybe 2 days, and I was like, yeah, this is shit. What's my favorite Black Desert class? Well, right now it's this one. Lahn. I mean, I played Sorcerer when the game first came out. I actually like, I would say Valkyrie is fun. But right now I think Lahn is, I'm having the most fun with Lahn. But Sorceress is pretty good, but it's a little clunky early on. As you get later on down the road, it gets a little better. But I wonder, I don't know what the Sorcerer's like Awakening. Ranger was so-so. I didn't like, what was the other one I was trying out? The Mystic is really good. If you, kind of boring though, the combat, you're just like throwing punches and kicking people. But really strong. Mystic is really strong. So that was pretty good. You know. But yeah, Lahn. I love the Lahn class. It's got really good movement. It does good damage. Really good movement. I mean, when I played Terra, I was a big fan of the warrior class. I was a really good warrior in Terra, and I was really good at PvP. And I soloed Fanga Caprima, which is only a few people in all of the United States that I think even did that. And I really liked the warrior. And And the Lahn feels a lot like the warrior class. A lot of, really good quick, movement that slides you around. Pretty good damage. So definitely enjoying the Lahn class. I haven't played. There's a lot of the classes I've never even played. Like I played the witch all of like to level 10. I played the wizard to like maybe level 10. So obviously I would have to play those more. But they're good classes too. The wizard's a really good class too. So I think you have to get in there and really play them all. I did get this ring from doing that quest. So this is 7, and it's Asula's. So this is 6. So we're gonna get rid of this one. This cannot be used in your current. So I'm not trying to use it. I'm just trying to unequip it. All right. So I guess I can't do anything when I'm up against the wall here. So when I'm AFK. All right. So let's unequip this one. Now this is 6. This is 7. Okay, so now we have 2 of the Asula's items. See, we got the Asula Duo and the Asula Crimson. So we also have Treant. So if we get like an Asula earring here, then we'll have the 3 set Asula bonus, I would imagine, which would give us, max HP plus 300. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, thanks, Chris. Yeah, I'm really enjoying the Lahn. The skills that I'm using the most are this one, and of course the kick, which is very powerful. And then sometimes I'll just do this, and I'll use this, hit the space bar. When you're basically strafing, you can just hit the space bar at any time, and it'll do these couple slashes. There's also strafing this way. But this just push you forward, hitting right mouse click is a really fast way to move around. It kind of reminds me of the warrior in Terra's. I can't remember the skill, the one that you had to double tap multiple times to. It was like your fastest moving ability. Righteous Fury, that was it. Like in Terra, like Righteous Fury. So this is the equivalent to Righteous Fury in Terra as far as like kind of positioning yourself during your combat grinding. And yeah. And you've got this one where you can sit here and build this up. And this hits really hard, but it's kind of situational. And of course you have this ability, which is just fantastic. So yeah, I'm actually Lahn by far is my favorite that I've played so far, but I haven't, like I said, I haven't played all the classes. So yeah, you're pretty good as a warrior. No, I was super great as a warrior. I used to actually sit around one of the like level 30 towns, and I would sit outside the town and I would actually like fight like PvP like multiple people at once. I'd be like level 25 and they'd be like 25, and I'd take on like 2, 3 25s at once and take them out. It was a class that if you were really good at it, you could actually fight multiple people and take them out. It was a lot of fun. I really liked the Terra. I'm sorry, the warrior class. In fact, if you go to, hold on one second. If you go to my YouTube channel, you search for, these cats are being crazy right now. You can see some videos on my channel for Terra, you know. Pretty funny, like, this video is from 2015, I guess. I had 9,700 views, and this was my video just kind of talking about the Terra Warrior and kind of how to approach playing the class. Pretty fun. Here, hold on a second. I gotta take care of some cats that are being rambunctious. I'll be right back. When I'm in here in the office, like streaming, they go nuts. They're like, I want to come. They want to come in and hang out. Yeah, but I really like the Lahn class. It is the best. It's the best. And but you know, there's other classes too. You know. But I am level 55. We're about, you know, one quarter of the way towards 56. You weren't great at melee in WoW. In WoW, yeah, WoW's such a different game because it is tab targeting. I mean, like, the cool thing about Black Desert or even Terra or even Guild Wars 2 is you can actually avoid certain abilities. You know, you can dodge out. You've got, you know, evasion rolls, iframes. So you have a lot of ways to actually avoid getting hit, which makes it really fun, you know. Here's a wizard right here, see? Let's go to, I haven't played I haven't played the Ranger. I think the one class that I'd like to try out next might be in Black Desert, might be the Ranger class. Because I haven't really played that much. Because its awakening is kind of a sword, I think, which would be kind of interesting, you know. So let's jump on. I haven't looked at the Ranger in so long. But I'm really just killing time. Somehow I didn't get in the Ranger though. Somehow I got in this girl. I thought for sure I picked the Ranger. Look at this sexy sorceress. Sorceress is cool. Here, hold on a second. There we go. I was trying to do that ability. Come on, Ra. Come on, Ra. Get off my keyboard. And I was trying to switch. I thought for sure I selected the Ranger. So hold on one second. Character selection. Yes. I could have sworn I hit my Ranger. You're almost there. You can tell I'm tired. I need to get to sleep. Yes, okay. Shady Raven right here. Enter. Come on, Ra. Ra's being a butt right now. And I don't even... Whoa. Holy crap. Look at all this stuff. Whoa. I have no idea what is that. Is that a sorceress? No. She's got swords. I don't even know what this class is. Oh, that's a... That's a dark knight, or whatever it's called. Yeah, that was like a death knight or dark knight or whatever they're called. And so here's the ranger. And so they've got these little. This is like their evasion. their evasion's a backflip. That's kind of cool. They have some sort of a power shot. Now they can't. I'm trying to think. They do this one thing. What is it? I'm trying to figure out how they shoot and move at the same time. They do this one where there it is. See how she kind of shoots and moves? It's kind of weird. Yeah, here it is. You can kind of strafe and shoot, which is kind of bizarre. Oh, that was kind of interesting. So you've got this, man, that's a long cooldown though, 10 seconds. Oh yeah, I remember that. So if you do your backflip, you can follow it up with, let's see. Ah, she's not doing it now. Yeah, so, but I think the Ranger's an interesting, you can see she's got some interesting moves. So it's, yeah, the Rangers, it's, you know, Rangers, well, I think the Rangers, I think, are fun. They can be sometimes kind of boring because you're just shooting arrows. But you got to realize that in Black Desert, the Ranger is, has the daggers too, right? See, there, you see, you got, so there it is. You go backflip and then, let's see, backflip. Anyway, so I'd have to play around, but yeah, I think this would be a class that I would like to try, you know, to kind of play around with. And if you go to character selection, I just want to see if we can go and look at the awakening. The awakening, and it should tell us what the awakening is. You can switch back and forth on the character creation. So if you go here and you say create character, and you go to Ranger, and select main here, so it'll tell you main weapon combat video. So the main weapon is a unique weapon that reveals the characteristics of each. So you can see here that this video is showing like what the Ranger looks like before her awakening weapon. So she's kind of doing these, you know, mostly bow shots, but she's kind of doing these weird like sliding left and right. So it's kind of, to me, it's clunky. It's a little awkward, you know, so the way she slides around. I'm not sure if I really like that. And then when you go to the awakening, it changes, and she's got like dual swords. See, now she's got like 2 swords. So you kind of get rid of the, I don't know if she still has the bow. Rangers are specialists of range archery attacks. Most of their skills are based on preventing enemies' attempts at melee approach. But you can see here once she goes awakening, it's kind of like using her swords. So I don't really like her animations, her left and right animations. I'm not a big fan of. So I probably wouldn't really play the Ranger. And then the other one that someone told me that's actually pretty fun is actually the Archer. But the Archer's is very squishy. Now they do use their bow, and their awakening also. They actually get their awakening right off the bat, so they don't have to go and get like the awakening later on down the road. They start off with both the I think the crossbow and the bow or something. So, and but I hear that they have really good movement and that they can do a lot of good AOE damage. So they're good in like large scale PvP. But they're like really squishy. So the Archer I think would be kind of. It looks like it could be fun. But honestly, the Witch class also I think could be kind of fun. They have a lot of elemental magic, you know, like ice and stuff and electricity, which I think would be kind of neat. So, so I would say the next ones that I would be interested in, I think really the witch, I think would be one of the ones I would like to try. There's also this one here that has, no, she starts off with, I think, her sword, but then her awakening is the big disc, the big circular disc, which is kind of an odd weapon. So, and then of course you have the Dark Knight that starts off with a big, huge sword, and then when she goes into her awakening, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. It looks like she still has a sword, but she's doing all sorts of like magical attacks as well. So, yeah, you can see she's got a lot of kind of like magic as well. The Dark Knight. So yeah, there's just there's a lot of variety. See you, Chris, man. Have a good. I'm actually gonna go to bed here in a second too. But you can see there's a lot of variety in these different classes. But the Valkyrie is pretty good. They're not real good grinding mobs, you know. At least not low level. Once they get higher level, though, they're very good. But before their awakening, they're they're not the best at like grinding through mobs, but they're really fun. They have a lot of fun stuff with their shield. They've got really high defense, so they can take just a ton of damage. So they're very tanky. So, and then once they get their awakening shield and big like almost like javelin or big pike, whatever you want to call it, big lance. I guess it's a lance, a shield and lance. They're very solid. And then I guess I hear that a lot of people really like the Striker and the Berserker. Or also I hear people like the Strikers. The Striker is very similar to the Mystic. You know, the Mystic is really powerful. I've gotten a Mystic and she just tears through people like really easily. So I guess it just depends on when you're picking a class in Black Desert. It really depends on what you like. Do you want to be moving around very quickly? Moving through mob to mob, hitting him hand to hand or hitting with the swords, or do you want to stand back and just drop huge bombs with spells, like the wizard does and the mage does? So yeah, I think the witch would be, kind of fun to try out. So I might try a witch. But that's it for me for right now, guys. I'm gonna jump in bed because I'm really tired. And but again, thanks for watching. And yeah, the HMOs love a good Lancer. Yeah, they do. They like their Lancer classes, and they also like their Ranger classes, Cyril. And if you play like Ion or some of those older school, like even I think Lineage 2 also, Lineage 2 Ion, they always have like Rangers, and the Ranger classes was very powerful in Ion, and one of the best classes actually for PvP. So, and then you had like if you looked at Rift had like Rangers, and there was a lot of MMOs where it really there were a lot of MMOs where it was really like the ranged classes were always better in PvP, and then they've kind of gotten better at balancing out melee and ranged. But and then like in Rift, a lot of times people were saying that really the range was a lot more powerful, and I always thought it was, that the range was way more powerful than the melee in Rift. And so, but in most of the Eastern ones, they do a pretty good job of balancing them out. But yeah, I'll see you guys. Been a long time since you played Ion. Yeah, Ion was fun. I played the Assassin class. I can't remember if they were called Assassin, but I think it was Assassin. Yeah, I played the Assassin. Yeah, the Assassin was fun, but the combat system was a little buggy. So when you're trying to pull off your combos with that class, sometimes they would. I swear, I do my key bindings the same every time. My key, I'd execute my combos exactly the same 2 different times, and one time it'd work and one time it wouldn't. So it was buggy. That was my biggest complaint with Ion, but it was really fun, and I loved that you could fly around. It had wings, and you could have aerial combat. That was really fun too. So, but yeah, I may create a witch and play her a little bit this weekend on Black Desert, and I do want to start learning the crafting again and all that stuff, and figuring out how all that works again. Like I said, I'm just killing time until, I don't know, we get until some other big MMO comes out, which I was hoping Pantheon. But you said, was it you, Cyril? I think it was you that said that New World is going to be coming out next year. The pre-order page is up. Okay, let me. You know what? Let me go. Yeah, the Air stuff and I also. You know what? Let me go to Amazon. Let me go to New World real quick. Um, well, that's the New World. Sorry. Oh yeah, pre-order. I mean, yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I'll go. I mean, I'll definitely play. I will definitely play this game. Uh, I'm sure I'm already signed up, right? I should be. Oh, I guess I wasn't. So I was in the alpha. So I played in the New World Alpha for quite a while. Uh, yeah, I don't know if I have. Oh, it wouldn't be in this computer, it'd be my old computer. I have video footage of me playing alpha on my old computer. I don't have it on this computer. But I liked it. I thought, and I love the world. The level design was really good. You know, like the world, and the mountains, and the hills, and the graphics were fantastic. The only problem is they're using their game engine, the Lumberyard game engine, and that game engine is it's bloated. It's like fucking just to install it. Like there was a video I was watching. Like one guy it took one guy 10 hours to install it on a fast machine. I mean, but I'll definitely play it because it is really fun. I mean, even just doing it against the PVE, against like even just like crafting and going out and hunting, you know, deer and stuff is actually quite fun. Um, and you could attack other players too, but it's you know there's so many people in the alpha that got really that did the PvP a lot, and I didn't do the PvP a lot, so they really knew what they were doing, and I would be hesitant to go into a new world and trying to attack other people without getting into a guild, and because it would be pretty hard. There's some really good players in New World. I always was trying to use the bow at like long range, you know, but people are always going to catch up to you. You might be able to get a couple shots off with your bow, but then, you know, people are going to be in your face. And people usually were using the gun anyway, so they'd be shooting a gun at you, and then they would switch to like a shield and a sword in close range with a. That's the successful people I saw were doing that type of a setup. They'd shoot a gun at you, and then when you got in close, they'd go with like you know mail armor, you know heavy armor and shield and sword, and just beat you down with that. So if you pre-order the game, you actually get yeah. So actually, I have a balance on Steam. So I think I have about 40 or $50 on my Steam account balance. So I'll just go ahead and pre-order it tomorrow. So, anyways, thanks for stopping by, Sterling. I'll talk to you again probably pretty soon. I'm gonna head to bed, and I'll talk to you guys later. What do you mean when you say standard setting? You mean you just mean that they went with kind of like the New World circa the Spanish conquistadors. It's kind of weird. So we'll see how it goes, but yeah, huh, I think it's pretty cool. I think it'll be pretty fun. I definitely think it'd be worth playing. Will it be like, you know, will it be, it's not going to be anything like Crimson Desert or Pantheon. It'll be completely different. So, yep, good night, man. Have a good one. I'm out of here. Peace.